about Russell Brunson.
Is he hot?
Not the Cum Eater.
Yeah. That guy's white belt is making me feel sick.
Whoa, that's a new low for us.
Welcome to the 5-Star Podcast. I'm Charlie.
And I'm John. And this season, we are judging business gurus.
Yeah. And we're going to give them our own star rating out of 5 stars because it's a 5-Star Podcast and we just do whatever we like, don't we?
Yeah.
Great.
This week, we're starting with Russell Brunson.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's it might be a wish, Richard Branson.
We're looking at his LinkedIn profile.
Looking at his LinkedIn
So
profile
he's a
right now.
New York Times best-selling author, co-founder of ClickFunnels. That's what
Where's my mouse gone?
That's the top line of his profile.
Yeah.
Could you...
While I try and get my mouse back over here, we
Yeah,
might pause a
that's
minute.
driving
Where's
me
my mouse?
insane.
Okay, let me start recording the screen.
Smart. Fucking
Nearly
hell.
forgot.
A few moments later.
Okay.
Oh,
let me
your
get rid of
LinkedIn
these.
DMs are popping off.
Yeah, of course they are, mate.
Nice.
There's not enough up here. No one's talking about me.
I get like that. It's really bad, isn't it? The validation I get from LinkedIn's disgusting.
And it's LinkedIn validation.
Oh,
It's the worst kind of validation.
dirty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gross. Business validation.
I love it. Do you have any recurring visitors?
I don't look at them.
I have one man who keeps looking at my
Yeah, not
profile
surprised.
nearly daily.
It's really weird. Katie was just inundated with
yeah,
men.
don't you
Should we get
remember?
dick pics on LinkedIn?
Yeah, don't you remember?
Not the Cum Eater.
Yeah. One of my best working days.
If you don't remember, there was a bloke who would
Naked. His LinkedIn profile picture, he was naked.
yes, that's true, and
He was
would,
a large man with a little cock.
Yeah.
And he was complaining.
can happen, Charlie. Let's not criticise the man for that.
he was naked. Katie was sales.
Yeah.
Incredible LinkedIn content. Still love her vids.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah,
And she used to get a lot of traction on them. So
Yeah.
like a lot of comments, a lot of reactions, really cool. But I think obviously then the thing you should do is look who is reacting and
Yeah.
then connect with them.
yeah,
FYI, 101 LinkedIn.
yeah.
This
thanks for
man was naked.
Yeah,
And we then took it upon ourselves to find his Twitter.
yeah. Twitter. That's where the real action happened, as always.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worse now, obviously, because it's
Way
mainly
worse.
racism as opposed
Yeah.
to this.
Sexual assault, is it? No, it's not sexual assault. What would
Can
it
you sexually assault yourself?
He was on trains.
Was he?
Yeah, he was masturbating. So all of his...
Oh, that's really problematic. I didn't realise that. The guy's... Yeah, that's
well, I remember
the precursor to worse behaviour.
It was taking a dark turn when we found him wanking on the train.
I didn't realise he was wanking on trains.
But he was wanking in all of his Twitter videos.
Yeah.
One of them...
Oh, I've made my ears ring by the sound of slapping my own head.
He masturbated, came in his hand and ate it. And we all lost our minds.
Apart from Nicola, the managing director,
Yeah,
who was
you-
just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and we were like,
Oh, so horrible.
I just remember Josh dropping to his knees
Yeah.
and going, oh, yeah, like that. He ate his own cum.
Oh.
But yeah, we found videos of him wanking on trains.
Oh, yeah, no, that becomes...
Not
Maybe
good.
that's why it stopped. Yeah, that needs to go down a bit.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
There we go.
Not
Good mic
good at
etiquette.
all. But stunning afternoon in the office.
Oh, yeah, classic. It's a classic Noisy Little Monkey afternoon.
Yeah. Do you remember the afternoon we put erotic podcasts on?
No, I don't think I was there for that.
Yeah, you were, because you started doing an impression of a sexy woman. Yeah, you were.
Known for it.
Yeah. That was really bizarre. It was
don't
a
remember
full
that.
office as well.
That's great.
And we were playing erotic podcasts out over the speakers.
There was the time when Steve, our SEO manager, insisted that we play nothing but Another Day in Paradise
Great.
covers.
Great.
So we had Another Day in Paradise came
Really
on the
good.
fucking playlist, and then he was like, "That right? I'm just going to put on Another Day in Paradise covers."
Really
and he just
good.
queued up like 70 of them, and we were in a shared office with some architects.
Oh.
And at about 2:00, the guy came over. He's like, "Hey, please, can you make them stop playing Another Day in
Guantanamo
Paradise?"
Bay.
Yeah. And it was like currently on sort of like a Nepalese panpipes or South American,
Yeah,
excuse me,
really,
panpipes.
really good. Really good.
Ah, really good.
Some mad days.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we should
Actual work.
Yeah, we should get on to talking about today's featured guru,
Yeah.
which is Russell Brunson.
Our opinions are based on reviews which have not been verified.
We don't intend to harm the reputation of any business or individual.
Now, over to this lovely app.
Back in the room, guys.
We are back
Sorry,
in the
there was a
room.
pause because, John's incompetent.
Yeah, I hadn't set this up. But, so we're doing Russell Brunson.
Yeah.
You were reading out his LinkedIn
Sorry,
profile.
we've got his LinkedIn profile up. I'm going to try and read it again. We did the old New York Times best-selling author, co-founder of ClickFunnels. The About bio.
Yeah.
Over the past 14 years, Russell has built a following of over 2 million entrepreneurs, sold over 450,000 copies of his books, and popularised the concept sales funnels.
Yeah, you were suspicious about popularising that concept.
I thought that's been surely sales funnels have existed since sales existed.
That's true. Yeah. Maybe to give him the benefit of the doubt, maybe he popularised sales funnels online. Maybe that's what he was doing. Nah. I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt. It's okay.
I mean, you can say, look, you write your own bio, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
write your own bio. Don't we all? Isn't that life?
That is life, writing one's own bio.
Yeah.
But who's checking them? I don't think I've even got a bio, actually, on
I
LinkedIn.
think you must have.
Have you got one?
Yeah, probably.
Stunning. I'm going to read that out later.
Okay. He was the co-founder of ClickFunnels, a
Yeah.
software company that has 90,000 entrepreneurs, or that has helped 90,000 entrepreneurs quickly get their message out to the marketplace. I'm not going to click see more because we'll be here all month.
Good Lord, I don't care. Yeah.
But 90,000 quickly get their message out to the marketplace.
Great. Ambiguous as fuck. Oh, yeah, actually. And then when we look at his recent activity, his most recent post is a repost of something he's put on Twitter himself. Gross. And I can't even read it. What's
I
it
can
say?
read it.
Oh, good.
Just about. It says, appreciate those who don't give up on you. It's a bit too live, laugh, love for you, isn't it? And me, I fucking hate it.
Mate, it's so disgusting.
Appreciate those who don't give up on you.
Thanks, Russ.
Yeah, thanks, Russ.
Fucking hell. Give up on us because we don't give a fuck.
So we're going to... Well, before we get to it, we'll look at some of his reviews later, but we don't want to prejudice our decisions.
No, so what we're going to do is watch some of his videos.
Yeah.
So stuff he's put out there in the ether.
Yep.
For people like us, technically, we're entrepreneurs.
Yeah, we
aren't
are
we?
entrepreneurs.
Yeah, so we're his target
I've
audience.
got a couple of failed companies behind me. I'm definitely an entrepreneur.
Hey, I'm growing a failing one.
Nice.
No, yeah, we're technically his audience. If
Yeah.
we were in America, we'd be signing up to his courses, right?
Maybe. I think I'd want to watch what he's got first.
I don't reckon Americans do that.
You reckon Americans
I
go
reckon
straight in with their hard
immediately
earned?
on that, appreciate those who don't give up on you. They'd be like, great, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk over the hot coals. I'm going to the exhibition in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my hands in the air when he says something amazing.
In
I'm
the
gonna
name
cry.
of Jesus.
I think it's going to be a bit like that, isn't it? So we're going to watch some of his vids.
Yeah,
and we're going to
we're
react.
Brits, so we're not going to go to that. We're just going to go straight to YouTube.
Yeah,
Like, we're
of
going to
course.
watch a free one.
Yeah.
So that's his website. We'll come back to that. Here is a video. We're watching a video of that is Russell's four persuasion secrets you need to know. I'm going to do that again. 4 persuasion secrets you need to know.
4 essential sales strategies every online entrepreneur needs to know.
Weird. Oh, yeah, this is the introduction.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 20 minutes. We'll probably do some starting and stopping. I like the fact that he's got persuasion secrets written on
Thank God.
landscape whiteboard behind him.
Underlined by a 2-year-old.
Yeah, okay, let's get into it. Off you go, Russ.
Hey, this is Russell, and today I've got 4 persuasion secrets to help you sell more of your stuff online, drive more traffic, make more money, and have a lot more fun. We're gonna jump over here to the screen. I'm gonna show you guys 4 clips from a presentation I did at Funnel Hacking Live called Persuasion Secrets.
Right, what?
He's speaking too fast for me.
Yeah, way too quickly. And we're watching a video of a video he's already done.
Yeah.
This is getting meta.
Yeah, but it was from Hack Your Life. That's what he said. Here's a presentation I did at Hack Your Life. My 55-year-old brain has just caught up with Russell.
Is he hot?
I think I'm going to have to reserve judgment. I think
right.
he might be.
I reckon he's going to get a lot uglier during this video.
I don't know. It depends how much money he's got. I always find rich
Yeah, it
men
helps,
quite
doesn't it?
attractive.
Yeah, it does help.
Okay, let's get dip back in. God, we've played for about 4 seconds.
This is going to take hours.
12 seconds we've watched, and we're already upset with him.
I did half this presentation myself. The second half was done by Mr. Myron Golden. And today I'm going to give you my half. And if you enjoyed this part 1 of Persuasion Secrets, let me know in the comments down below. We'll give you part 2 next week to go through all of Myron's Persuasion Secrets.
Also, has he done a line before this?
Yeah.
His mouth's dry and he's talking way too fast for me.
Yeah. At Russell's nightclub, there's a line outside the door. I think you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wow. He may or may not have done cocaine. He is going very fast.
Yeah, he really is.
And he doesn't seem to use many hard consonants. All the consonants are soft.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
All right, so principle number 1 is called social compliance. This is one of my favorite ways to sell more on your webinars, your live events, anywhere you're trying to sell more. Learning how to use social compliance will change everything for you. With that said, let's jump to the first clip about social compliance from Funnel Hacking.
Okay. We're not even a minute in. 37 seconds.
This is going to take us years.
But it's good because we can just cut through to it.
Yeah.
But here's one.
Yeah.
Americans on YouTube love to say, with that said. I'm going to pop up a counter.
With that said.
For every guru to say, with that said.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, like a swear jar, stunning.
Yeah. So there'll be a counter now. He's already done one.
Principle number 1, social compliance. This feels like a manipulation video, but sure, carry on.
I reckon it's going to be okay.
First principle I'm going to talk about when you are persuading people is a principle called social compliance.
Oh, mate, come on.
Brittany, Mike.
We gotta watch.
It's another classic.
Yeah,
We'll
sure.
put up a counter. Carry on, John.
Mike, look at his watch.
Great watch.
Who's ever heard of that before? Okay, to begin with, I'm actually going to show it really quick. It's like a minute-long trailer for a movie. It's a documentary.
No. Oh my God. We're watching a video. And people are watching us watching it. It's fucking.
Oh my God.
What's going on?
Is this how society ends?
I think it might be. He's one of the fucking 3 henchmen of the apocalypse.
Right, okay.
Horseman, sorry.
Yeah. Myron Golden. Do you think that's
I don't know
Ron
what's
Golden?
happening anymore.
Yeah. Okay, let's wind back a little bit to here.
No, come
For
on.
you. With that said, let's jump to the first clip about social compliance from Funnel Hacking Live. First principle I'm going to talk about when you are persuading people is a principle called social compliance. Who's ever heard of that before? Okay, to begin with, I'm actually going to show it really quick. It's like a minute-long trailer for a movie. It's a documentary on Netflix called The Push. Who here's ever seen The Push before? Okay, to set this up, this documentary is crazy. This is your assigned homework for the next week is go home and watch this. But basically, it's a social experiment to see if they could get somebody they'd met brand new and within a 90-minute window get that person to push somebody off of a building to their death.
Yeah.
Could they actually do
Right.
that?
What? What?
Can you use...
Is it like Darren Brown?
Yeah.
Right.
Darren.
Sorry.
No, don't apologise.
Darren Brown.
Yeah, he's not in the room. Although I think that's probably why he's called Darren. To make you do a double take on his name so you really remember him. I reckon it's a stage name. And I think this is going to be the same thing. Like lots of little triggers that make people who are compliant, like me, I suspect you're really compliant as well.
Yeah, annoyingly.
Yeah. I reckon you probably are.
Yeah. I'm not going to scratch my head.
Fuck it.
I'm compliant. I'm not a fucking idiot.
It was a good try. Okay, so yeah, he's going to try and push someone off a building. On Netflix but he's showing us a clip of a Netflix video. Let's try not to review the Netflix video as well as the video of the video.
This is too much.
Yeah.
I'm really tired already.
Like, there's no way, that's not possible. But as you watch the documentary, the 4 people they took to it, 3 of the 4 people thought they were pushing somebody to their death within 90 minutes of the experiment starting. And so I want to show you guys this documentary just because it's kind of creepy, kind of evil, but also there's some really cool principles we're talking about. So let's cue that documentary trailer right now.
Chris is enmeshed in a web of lies, and that's important. I need him to feel like there's only one way out when he's told to commit murder.
My name is Darren Brown, and the question we're considering is simple. Can we be manipulated through social pressure?
Here's how I feel currently.
Okay.
One, lazy.
Yeah.
This is not your content, my friend. Can you not make your point yourself?
Yeah.
Why are you using someone else's Netflix show to make your point? Two, we're going to need to tick through this shit or we're going to be here for 9 hours.
Yes, all right, we're cutting out most of this
Okay,
shit.
great.
But back to your point, social compliance, what he's doing is using social compliance on us now by he's going, you've heard of Netflix.
Yeah.
They made this.
Yeah.
That you trust them, so therefore you're going to trust me a little bit.
I'm not on board. Because
No.
don't forget, we're watching a video of Netflix.
Yeah.
What?
Imagine if this was the only way you could consume Netflix.
Well, yeah.
You just get to watch Russell Brunson.
I don't understand why we've cut to where he was delivering. Do you think that was for clout? Do you think he's gone, right, I'm in a small studio, I'm going to make some content for YouTube on...
Yeah, he's just repurposing this content. I think it's valid.
Do you?
Yeah. Fine, he did this talk. I said to them,
clipping
can I
it
put it
up.
on my YouTube? And
Right.
they've gone, yeah. And now
Right.
yeah. I think it's good content. I think he's
Fine.
done well.
Fine.
I don't like that he speaks too fast, but hey, we all speak too fast when we've done a line.
I was going to
Sometimes.
say, cocaine will do that to you, girl.
I'm sure he hasn't done cocaine.
All right, so obviously my goal is not to get any of you guys to push somebody to their death in 90 minutes period of time. But there are many times in my life where I need to use compliance and things like that to get somebody to run to the back of the room to buy my product, to buy my service. And so there's interesting things that by watching that documentary,
Why have
when
they
you
got to
don't
go
look
to
at
the
it through
back of
the
the
evil
room?
side, but through
I don't know.
the
Okay.
just like how can you use this as a persuasion technique that are really powerful. So I remember when I spoke at the very first 10X event, the one that had 9,000 people in the room in the Mandalay Bay. And my goal was to set the record for the most sales in a 90-minute period of time. And I'm like, how do I get people? This is a huge audience. The stadium was like, it was just so big. It was hard. Like, how do you get...
Yeah.
9,000 people isn't a stadium.
No, it's not.
In America, primary
stadium-
schools have bigger stadiums
I was
than
going to
that.
say, stadiums like 150,000 out there, minimum, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're like college football stadiums are massive.
Insane.
They're like Wembley.
Oh, bigger than Wembley.
Yeah.
Yeah. So arena,
calm down.
maybe.
Calm down.
We'll let you have arena, Russell, but don't overplay it, my friend, with your Britney mic.
rapport and persuasion, and how do you connect with people that are like from all over the place in this huge stadium? And one of the things that I learned from watching this documentary was all about getting people to make these little micro commitments and consistency, right? They didn't walk up to the person the very first time and say, hey, go push this person off the building, because they would have said no. Instead, what they had to do is like little things. And so I thought, okay, what's the first thing I can do to get everybody as a whole, as a group, to do a little thing? I'm going to do an ask that's going to get everybody to say yes to that. And that'll be the very first ask. And then I'll go to the next and the next. Okay, so for those of you guys who had a chance to watch my presentation at 10X, what was the very first thing I did to build social compliance? Who here knows? I had everybody pull their phone out. I said, everybody pull your phone out, everybody get your thing. And suddenly within 30 seconds, I had 9,000 people in the room, all mirror and matching me, all with the same phone. And I asked them to do something, they said yes. I got people moving it around, and we were mirroring and matching, and everything was connected. Now I put it away, and I already had this connection immediately with the audience, where now we were connected. As opposed to, typically it's like, oh, there's this person on stage, they're very disconnected, and things like that. And so by doing that, I asked a little commitment, and then I asked for another commitment, and another commitment. By the time I got to the end, it wasn't crazy for me to ask for a commitment for them to go run and spend $3,000 for an account for ClickFunnels. Does that make sense?
Right.
And so
Hang the fuck on.
Yeah.
So I actually don't disagree with the lion's share of that.
Yeah.
The like
Same.
mimic, get them on board,
Yep.
mirroring, all of that stuff, and then you know you've got them. Like I don't disagree with that. And also the like consistently repeating a message, also like firmly agree with that.
Yeah.
The leap he's just made from people getting their phones out to then spending $3,000 at the back of the room, still not sure why.
Run to the back of the room.
Run. Oh, you have to. Oh, actually, they are American, so he'd have gone like, guys, there's 25 opportunities.
67% off if you do it now.
Yeah, and you need to go now.
Yeah.
Because that's not, I like, and so they would all love it. But I just like, that is such a leap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try that in England, my friend.
Well, also, it's you don't need the truth spoils a good story. But
yeah,
he runs,
as you well know.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's got to go through the Johnny effects pedal.
Yeah.
But also, he's kind of, I mean, he's doing all the right things, and he probably does it naturally. He probably doesn't even know he's doing a lot of them. But like, he's gone from there's 9,000 people in the room to get to get everybody to get their phones out. That didn't happen. Not everybody, 9,000 people will have had a phone. There will be someone or two there. Yeah, there'll be some people there who didn't have a phone.
Okay.
And there'll certainly be some who didn't get theirs out.
Yeah.
You're not getting yours out.
I was literally about to say that. There's no fucking way I'd get mine out.
No.
Just to be a prick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
But do people think like that?
No, most people aren't like us.
Thank God.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, the world would be full of people who are really full of themselves. But also, so that he's doing that. But then he's done that connection, which then makes you think, wow, he got 9,000 people to spend $3,000. No, he fucking didn't.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
I bet there was a discount on the day.
Yeah.
But also, as you say, there'll have been. You can only 20 of you can have it.
Because
but
that's
the
the
other
only
thing
way
is,
you get people up and going, isn't
Yeah.
it? If you limitize it, like you can't just do it. Yeah.
and the other thing is his business is called Sales Funnels. So 9,000 leads never turns into 9,000 sales.
You created fucking sales funnels, mate. You popularised the concept. You should know that.
They don't
it's
all
a
go
funnel,
through.
not a trunk.
Nice funnel, not a trunk. Right, okay, so we're going back to Russell talking about his time on the first ever, apparently, TED Talk.
Is that what you said?
That's what he
Between
said.
that, I asked for a little commitment, and then I asked for another commitment, and another commitment. By the time I got to the end, it wasn't crazy for me to ask for a commitment for them to go run and spend $3,000 for an account for ClickFunnels. Does that make sense? And so for all of you guys, you can weave these social compliance things into anything you're doing, right? Just think about in the last, how long have we been going? A day and a half here at Funnel Hacking Live. I've asked you guys to do a lot of things. We had you guys stand up, we had to sit down, we had to do
Live
different
Hacking
things,
Live.
right? I'm trying to build rapport so that you guys will be able to move with me, be able to connect with me, and move throughout the entire event. And so that's principle number one, is this insanely cool concept of social compliance and how to use it and weave it into all your presentations. And it works just as well like on a webinar. That's why in webinars, I'm like, who here, like, tell me what city you're from. And suddenly everyone's like, you see the chats blow up with 1,000 people telling you what cities they're from, right? Like, their social compliance, awesome.
That was disturbing.
The which bit?
Just like cutting to that guy, and he's just like, wasn't he?
I'm looking forward to his bit.
I don't think we're going to hear his bit.
He's got a lovely white beard, so I think we're going to have sage old wisdom.
That guy's white belt is making me feel sick.
Yeah, I think that, again, it matches his watch strap.
Yeah.
Where were we? Oh, on webinars. I've done webinars.
Loads.
For worldwide
I've
audiences.
attended your webinars.
Yeah. I've done webinars for people all over the world, primarily English speaking. And you know what? Not everybody, but a lot of people will put the city they're in. If you say, where are you, what city are you in?
Yeah, but I think, he's talking about that from a social compliance perspective that's going to equal sales.
Yeah.
You'd have been doing that from a engagement perspective, because I actually think that's where it starts.
Yeah.
I just think
and
that's
maybe
the
because he's
better
going
approach.
fast, he's not
saying that. He's not articulating that. I mean, he's not articulating anything.
Maybe
and that's coming from me.
Yeah, but but maybe when you buy his course, maybe there's a course, or maybe in ClickFunnels you get.
He announces his T's.
He enunciates his words. I can't say enunciate, ironically.
Oh shit.
But also, I mean, we'd have to buy his course, and we're not doing that.
Absolutely not.
Richard Bruton.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Ronald Braveman.
All right, we have to think about principle number one. Do you guys like that? Now, principle number two was Myron's. I will share that on Persuasion Secrets number 2. If you guys like this video, let me know in the comments.
That's who the other guy is, Myron.
Yeah.
Myron.
Myron.
Like Byron, but my Byron.
Yeah, my Byron.
Lovely beard.
Down below.
Gorgeous
I'm going to jump right now into principle number 3, which is called trial closes. This is one of my favorite concepts to get people to buy more of your stuff. In fact, I did a whole YouTube.
We did social compliance, number 1.
Yeah.
And then there's another one, so we need to buy the course.
Is that how he does it?
2. I don't know, but it feels like it.
Surely not.
What did it say on his sweatshirt?
I was trying to work that out. That must be a brand. Maxu?
Mac equals do?
No, Max.
No, Mac does not equal do. Put in the comments below if you know what's on his sweatshirt.
Well, I'm going to look it up in a minute.
Okay, I was trying to generate comments. Put in the comments below.
Compliance.
Yeah, comply.
Social compliance. Mate, our audience is not socially compliant.
Put your city in the comments.
Yeah, drop your city in the comments.
And also, if you
Tell
know...
us what the fuck's on this dude's jumper.
Yeah, there you go. We're going to go back to
You've
Russell now.
paused that so well.
Yeah. Ooh. Right. So he's back in his studio, not in the big, what he would call a stadium. You and I might call an arena or a conference centre.
I'd call it a conference centre.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, here we go.
YouTube video about this a little while ago. You guys kind of went crazy about it. So I want to show you guys the next persuasion secret, which is called trial closes. Okay, number 3 principle. This is one that I learned from a guy named Ted Thomas. And Ted is
Two first names, Ted Thomas.
One of the best stage presenters like ever. And I remember when I was first learning speaking, I heard people talk about him. In fact, his nickname, they called him...
Better than Sir Patrick Stewart or Sir Ian McKellen, you think? They're fairly good, aren't they?
Really good.
Robert Downey Jr.'s got a Tony. Maybe he's all right.
Yeah, he definitely has a Tony.
But Ted Thomas.
Yeah, known for his stage performances.
Yeah.
Uncultured twat.
All right, welcome back. I skipped principle number 4. Again, I'm going to show that during Persuasion Secrets number 2, where Myra Golden teaches that principle. I'm going to jump into my number 5 principle, which is called kind of like bridges. This is one of the secrets to simplify your communication. So more people will buy from you. With that, let's jump right into the clip about kind of like bridges right now. Okay, the next one is one of my favorites because so many of us who are speaking about the topic that we love, one of the things we want to do is we want to show the rest of the world how smart we are, right? Which is the worst way to persuade somebody.
Oh, really?
We think that like, by being more scholarly and putting on a hat and being able to use big words, people are going to think I'm very...
I always put on a hat for sales.
Yeah, nice.
It's the sales hat.
I don't like him, John.
Well, so we're going to judge him on his content and his vibes in a minute.
Redeeming qualities there.
He's hottish.
Getting significantly less attracted to him the more he talks.
This is great. You're going so downhill so fast. That's like you with all men. You're
a twat.
You're so shallow.
Very smart. What actually happens is it distances you from the audience, right? They're like, this person's using big words. I don't understand half the things they're saying, and it separates you. Okay, so for me, if you notice, like I always want my communication to be simple at everybody's level. So it doesn't matter how old you are, everybody can understand the things that I'm saying.
Yep.
I remember back, this is however many years ago, before Trump was president, when they were doing all the primaries and stuff, and they did a test. I think one of the news stations did a test.
Pre-2016.
Every one of the people that were running on the Republican card, and they ran their presentation through like a test to see like what age, like what grade level they're all speaking at. And the typical politician was speaking like a 7th or 8th grade level, which may seem kind of low, but whatever. But they ran.
Fucking right they are. That's because they're Republicans.
Harsh.
If they could speak at a fucking 11th grade level, they'd be fucking voting Democrat. Play.
And Trump's back and it was at a 4th grade level. Okay? It's interesting.
Come on.
Yeah.
If he's fucking lucky.
But yeah, and he
talks like a moron.
Well, he doesn't know what's coming out of his mouth next. It's like jazz. Like, you remember how Amy Winehouse sang?
Yeah.
Like, she didn't know what's happening next, but she was perfect.
Yeah.
Trump's like that, but for bullshit.
Yeah, that's really good. It's like jazz. I love that.
It is. He doesn't know what's coming, and he just suddenly is... Anyway, okay, we're nearly there.
Can I just say, I think he's used Trump as a reference for social compliance.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what I think he's done there. And I am on to you, bitch.
Yeah, and because if you're a small businessman or you run a small business...
You probably would vote.
Probably are thinking, who's going to help me out?
Sure,
and
yeah, of course. And
Trump isn't, but he'll say he will.
Yeah, of course.
Right, okay.
Because when you're trying to persuade people, if you're talking at a 7th grade level or 10th grade level or college level, you're not going to persuade them. You're going to confuse them. They're going to think they're dumb. They're going to think, and they're going to separate away. You got to be speaking at a 2nd or a 3rd grade level. Okay, that is the key through all sorts of communication.
Sorry. Right, how old is that? 9?
2nd grade. No, 2nd grade's like, isn't it kindergarten and then 1st grade?
But when do they start? So 7 years old, they're telling us we need to sound like.
I don't know, yeah.
6, 7 or 8, I reckon, tops. Fuck off.
What is 2nd grade? Stick it in the comments.
Do you know what? I could not disagree more.
This is great.
But I'm not a massively academic person. I get my words wrong. I've done it about 9 times since we've been sat in this room recording. Yep. I'm not like an out Mensa member.
No.
Sure. I am going to trust someone much quicker if they sound intelligent to me than if they don't.
Yeah.
This is completely reflective of an American audience, I think. Don't you?
No.
Do you
disagree. I think...
Is that a class thing? What is it?
No, I think it's... I don't know what it is, but there is... He's right in what he's saying. We believe... People tend to believe stuff when it's spoken to them in a simpler language.
But Obama talked in a...
He was maybe 11th grade tops, but probably about 5th or 6th, I would guess, if that's the scale he's using. He was really clear and really concise and really slow and would explain his stuff.
Right, I
But
see what you're saying.
he was simple. Frank Lampard, when you hear him on the telly, he's a Mensa member. He's incredibly intelligent, but he speaks really simply.
Do me a favour.
Super Frank, yeah, Mensa. Crazy intelligent guy.
Do me a favour.
Did you not know that?
No.
Yeah.
I hate Frank Lampard.
I love Frank Lampard.
Yeah, of course, because you're a Chelsea scum.
Yeah. Oh, good old Frank. Super Frank. Anyway, but yeah.
He is not a Mensa member.
He is.
Okay, now.
But he doesn't need to. You don't
They
need
lowered
to.
the thresholds.
Say what now?
Have they lowered the thresholds?
They let footballers in now. But you don't need to speak using long words and jargon to sound intelligent. But
Totally agree.
I think that's the difference. Is he's suggesting you dumb yourself down to the lowest common denominator?
Right,
And that depends
okay.
what you're selling. If you're selling what he's
100%.
selling, which is I don't necessarily,
That's an en masse product, right?
Exactly.
It's a low value.
yeah, the sort of stuff we sell and the sort of stuff we buy, we're a bit
That's
more
so true. It's only
douchebaggy.
applicable to the product, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like, actually, what are you selling?
If you're selling mattresses, you can keep it fairly simple.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, if you're selling something incredibly complex, then
Quantum
you need
computing solutions, and
Yeah.
you only need 2 clients to hit your
Yeah.
target for the year, then yeah, you probably...
And you're going to need to use some industry jargon. And you're going to need to sound like you've got a college education.
This is terrible advice. Carry on.
So what happens though is there's times in our communication where we're selling something, we're talking about it, we're trying to teach something where we have to use a word that's complicated, right? A bigger word. And so what I do is every time I come to a word that's kind of complicated, like for example, when I was doing working with Prove It, when they first launched, we were helping them write the scripts and the pitches, and it was interesting because everyone in that business, they use very techno jargon, right? They use words like ketosis and ketones and glucose and all these things that you may think, oh, everyone knows what that is. It's not true. Like I've been in that business helping them for almost a decade now, and I still don't know the difference between glucose and ketone. I don't even know what those things even mean, right? Like,
bet
but
he
they
does.
assume that everybody
He
knows
knows.
and start throwing this
Of course he does.
jargon
He's
and like
absolutely
you're trying to
chiseled
close
under that
somebody on this
jumper.
thing and you're using this jargon
This guy
assuming
knows
they
his
know what it is
macros.
and they don't. Okay? So what I do, I use this thing called the kind of like bridge. And what the kind of like bridge is you basically
Yes.
every time
Whiteboard
there's
use.
a word, let's say this is a word right here, I'm gonna use a really confusing word, and it could be funnels, it could be ketones, it could be whatever. So let's say it's ketones. I gotta realize that like
Forgot to spell
most
it.
of the audience has no idea what a ketone actually is, and if they do, they probably already bought the product or service anyway. So the people I'm trying to persuade don't know what that is yet. So as soon as I say the word ketones, I have to stop and say, it's kind of like, and then I tell them a story that's going to bridge the gap for something they do understand.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's ketones, kind of like it. So I draw this bridge backwards. Right? It's going this direction, and I explain something that
How
they
do you draw a bridge
understand that they
backwards?
already have context
Start
for.
in the middle?
So like when I wrote the sales,
Look,
the
we
sales
live in
video
Bristol. That is
for
not a
Prove
bridge,
It,
my friend.
one of the things I said, I talked about ketones. In the script I said, then you drink this stuff, and you get these things in your body called ketones. Ketones are kind of like having 1 million motivational speakers who are running through your body, making you feel amazing.
Okay,
And people are like, oh, that sounds
sorry.
awesome.
Imagine having 1 million motivational speakers in your body. Who would you start
Like
with?
Bonnie Blue. From one after the other.
Fucking hell. Whoa, that's a new low for us. And well done.
Made myself really laugh.
Wow. Google that.
That's the next thing she's trying.
Oh, 1 million motivational speakers.
Yeah.
Oh, poor sweet girl. I so feel for her.
I don't.
Oh, dear. No, you're cold. Great. This guy, okay, we've only got another 10 minutes of this.
Fucking hell.
They don't know what ketones are, but they know what motivational speakers and 1,000 run into your body. Like, oh, that makes a lot.
1,000 motivational speakers running through my body would make me instantly unalive myself. Jesus.
Yeah,
I work
mate.
in sales. It's everything I can do not to self-harm every day. And then thinking that there's 1 million people like me, but worse,
Yeah.
in my
awful.
body.
Yeah. That's ketones, John. That's kind of like ketones.
I don't want them.
Yeah, yeah. Give me the fucking lard. I don't want ketones in my body.
I want something that's kind of like cancer in that case.
That's the bridge, Russ.
Yeah.
There's your bridge.
Ah, dear. Okay, back to Russ and his bridge. Well, also, I'm going to draw it backwards.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Anyway.
lot of
This
sense.
whole thing's making me feel like I'm having a
And
stroke.
so anytime I'm speaking, I try to figure out what are the words that are going to come over here that are going to be this
Yeah, you've
wall.
just done this.
As soon
I'm
as-
getting tired of him making his same point 3 times
But
for
he's
effect.
got to talk to you like you're a fucking 3-year-old, so
Yeah,
you
that's
buy
true.
his jizz at the back of the room. So you run to the back of the room.
Is that what
with
he's
your
selling?
credit card out and buy a sales funnel, apparently.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
somebody hears it and they don't understand it, they feel dumb, and they kind of start separating away from you. Okay, every time that comes up, I gotta stop and say, what's a kind of like bridge? One of my favorite people inside of my Category Kings program, Ryan Lee and Brad Gibb. You guys here somewhere probably?
It's just got a bit tatey.
Oh, Category Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why is it not Category Monarchs?
Not even that.
Oh,
I'm not picking up on the sexism implied by the name.
well done.
Just feels like there's an upper echelon.
Yeah, there is, definitely.
And you're paying 10 grand to get in that group.
Yeah.
And it goes from social compliance to female manipulation.
We don't know that.
Yeah. I'm doing a kind of like bridge. Backwards.
Do the backwards kind of like bridge.
No, I'm not making that assumption at all, but it just got a bit weird for me there.
A little bit too tatey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're here somewhere. They were probably the best, well, they were probably the worst of this and now the best of this. When they first came into our world, they're selling financial planning, all these things, and they used words that were so big that I don't know what they're talking about. And they're like, but Russell, you have tons of money, you should bubble, and they started dumping these words on me, and I was like, none of these words are English. Like, I don't know what you're saying. And they're like, but you're an educated person, you have tons of money. I'm like, yeah, I still don't understand the thing you're saying. And so they literally went back to their presentation.
You don't have to be educated to have tons of money. I give you
And you don't have to have, yeah.
Prince Edward.
Yeah. Prince Andrew.
I mean, they are educated, but they're fucking idiots.
Are they though? Have they not just fucking got that because of who they are?
Yeah, exactly. That's how they've got the
Yes,
money.
the
You don't need to be
education, don't
clever.
they? Yeah, you don't. Anyway, carry on. Let's listen
And
to the guy
their
with tons of
webinars
money.
and they're speaking, and they figured out kind of like bridges for every single principle, every single concept they had. And I watched them as they kind of struggle, and they were some of the fastest from as soon as their message clicked. They went from not having any success to 2 Comma Club, to 2 Comma Club X, and beyond in months versus decades. It was crazy. And when it came down to one of the core things was coming back and simplifying their communication. Instead of using these words they assume everybody knows, they use kind of like bridges every single time. So every time you're creating webinars, slides, Instagram, anytime you use a word, you're like, somebody might not know this, just stop and it's kind of like this. Then you're gonna build a funnel. It's kind of like this. And you explain something that they're gonna make sense. It's kind of like bridges are so simple and so powerful, and it'll help you to be able to persuade people and move them to what you need them to do. So that is kind of like bridge. Welcome back. All right, I'll show you guys principle number 6 on the second persuasion video with Myron Golden, don't worry. But before I jump into my last principle, which is emotion, logic, fear, I want to tell you guys one thing. If you want to learn how to sell more stuff online, I'm doing a live event here in the near future called Selling Online. If you go to sellingonline.com or click on the link down below, you can go over there and register. I give you 3 days going deep on persuasion and how to sell more stuff when you're on stage, in webinars, presentations, video sales letters, wherever you're trying to sell, you learn how to sell more. Just go to sellingonline.com. Go get your ticket right now.
How much money
With
do you
that said,
reckon
I'm
they
going to jump
make
over to
from
principle
that
number
sort of
7.
thing?
This is called emotion, logic, fear.
It's a
These are
numbers
3
game,
closes
sure.
we use in everything we do, from sales pages to email sequences to
hang on a
retargeting
second,
campaigns.
stop it,
It's one of the most
stop it.
powerful
He's
persuasion
talking,
techniques.
honestly,
you can learn,
this
you can
guy's
master.
definitely on the
That's
nose
jump over the
biz.
clip right
He's talking
now.
so fast.
How much money do we reckon he's making from it? I reckon he's making fuck tons of money.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, America's a huge market.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? 100 million?
Was it
160
Bill Barnum
million?
or someone said? Yeah, there's one born every minute. There's a sucker born every minute. And so I think probably a lot of his principles are right.
Oh, no, yeah,
But this is about being famous to a certain extent.
Yeah, and I suppose
And being good at selling it.
you just make one course, one piece of content, essentially.
Yeah. If he's making $10 a visitor to
And
his
is that what you do? You just charge $10 for it?
for your webinar. No, it's the conversion rate. So the webinar is maybe free.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, there's a pitch to. I'm sure we'll see this played out time and again. At the end of it, at the end of the
reckon?
webinar,
Okay,
there's a
nice.
pitch to buy my course, or there's a pitch to buy my software, which actually is, all of those things are going to be average. They're going to be just longer versions of this.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, this is pretty short for one of these guys.
So glad we've
But
chosen
that social
to do
compliance thing, you've also got the what is it? The fear of loss, right?
Loss of face.
No, it's the
That's what they call it in Asia.
oh, it's the sunk cost fallacy.
Ooh,
So
what's
the sunk
that?
cost fallacy is I've spent so much time with you, I may as well buy off you now, just so that we're done and I can get out.
I
I've
think
been there
that
yesing
would
so-
get me.
Yeah.
That's where I would
That's
be.
how timeshare sales work and all high pressure sales work with sunk cost fallacy.
Really?
In that you've agreed with pretty much everything they say, but you don't want to buy, so they just keep you in the room, and eventually you go, fucking hell, if I give this guy $1,000, I can just leave.
Really?
Yeah, sunk cost. I've wasted all this time. I
Great.
may as well buy my way out.
Yeah, great.
That's not quite the sunk cost fallacy, but it's kind of like it. Also, I don't like his AI background. It's supposed to look like New York or something, and it's clearly AI. Offer Core, The Squeeze, and Dollar Bank.
And it had like a weird pizza thing at the beginning. Yeah, it is weird, isn't it? It looks more like Gotham or something.
I think that we might skip emotion, logic, and fear because it's certainly fear,
love to.
uncertainty, and distrust.
I'd love to.
Right? That's what it's going to be. Something along those lines. Let's skip that. Let's get to the end of it.
Yeah, let's see how he
Because-
wraps this up. Yeah. Oh,
How to speak to all buyer types. It's a couple of minutes and then we're done.
yeah, let's do
Because
that.
I don't think we could make it all the way through without killing ourselves.
No, I definitely can't.
Oh, no, he's still there. So we're going to go back to
Golly.
him in the studio.
Yeah, back to the studio. I'm done with him at this conference. Let's see how he wraps it up.
Yeah. Okay, what you need
Yeah.
to do next is where we're going. We'll
Yeah.
end with what you need to do next. Thank you, Russell.
Parts
so
of the
far.
brain, because these are things that either get you to move or to not move. And if I don't focus on all three of those I'm presenting, nobody's going to move. So there
He's
you go.
talking
emotion,
about you
logic,
sell to
and
the lizard
Crazy
brain.
town. Let's give it up for
Right.
Russell Brunson, y'all. Wow. Wow.
Okay, those are 4 of my persuasion secrets. Let's go on the other 4 and then learn what to do next. Follow me over here. I'm
Very
going to share with you guys
fucking
the most
competent.
important part
Innit?
of all. The first thing is understanding that this was just one half of the Persuasion Secrets presentation.
Just really quick, I know he's about to say there's another half and we can get it somewhere else and maybe buy it. But this is some production values in this. He looks great.
Yeah, he does.
The lighting is incredible, and that all of that has been shot on a camera on a track.
And also, yeah, and I do like that he started one side.
Yeah.
He's gone to the middle to tell the story, and he's ending it's good.
And he's
I will
sitting
give him
down
that.
now.
He is sitting down. He's on our level, John.
He is.
He's relating to the people.
Yeah. Let's see what we're about to buy. I'm going to go back just a couple of seconds because I interrupted him. Oops, I'm not going to do that. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, those are 4 of my persuasion secrets. Let's go on the other
Throw your
4
gang
and then learn
signs
what
up.
to do next. Follow me over here. I'm going to share with you guys the
Follow
most
me.
important part of all. The first thing is
we're
understanding that this
complying
was just
just
one
by
half
watching.
of the Persuasion
Gross.
Secrets presentation. The other half, Myron Golden gave, and he gave 4 other nuggets that were insanely cool. If you guys want me to share those as well, let me know in the comments down below.
Okay.
Let us know if you guys love Myron. He's one of the greatest presenters of all time. And on top of that, the last thing I want to share with you guys is the fact that there's a whole presentation I did here on YouTube about trial closes. I went deep for about 30 minutes on trial closes. You guys loved it. It was one of the highest viewed videos we've had in a long, long time. If you want to watch that as well, the link should be somewhere right here. Go check out that video right now and learn more about how to use trial closes to sell more inside of your business.
He didn't pitch us at the end. He just tried to get us to comment and watch another video.
Just kept us in the loop of his content.
And he's got 400,000 followers on YouTube. So
Look.
that's an income stream in itself, getting that to happen.
Absolutely. This is never going to be for me. But I'm not saying the software doesn't look good. The software looks like it could be really good.
Yeah. And the principles behind it are
Totally
just great
agree.
sales principles.
Yeah, totally agree.
And the
It's-
fact that he's digitized it or talking about it's online. Okay,
Yeah.
of course, yeah. It's not the only one. There are plenty that can help you do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, let's do this.
So what we're going to do now
We're freestyling a bit.
is we're going to write our... oh, it's got an eraser on it. We're going to write our verdicts. Wait, how do you write with this pen? Okay,
Take the
we're going to write our verdicts. We're going to give him marks out of 5 or stars out of 5 for content and another set of marks out of 5 for stars. And then we'll... for vibes.
Fuck me. Yeah.
Marks out of 5 for content. Marks out of 5 for vibes.
10.
And then we'll average those out. Give him a mark,
Vibes.
and we'll put him on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
Right. Who's first?
I don't mind.
Okay. My mark for Russell Brunson is 3.5 for content
Yeah.
and 1.2 for vibes. 'Cause I
Okay.
think there's worse people.
Yeah.
His delivery is why he's scored so badly
Awful.
on content.
Yep,
And the
totally
fact
agree.
it's a bit shit.
Really good.
What about you, Charlie?
So, I'm going to take them off because it's distracting.
Yeah, that's true. We don't need them, I guess.
So, mine, I've done 4 stars for content
Wow.
because I am not his audience and I think there's probably useful shit there.
Yeah.
For vibes, I've gone 2
Brilliant.
because I just, he didn't finish a single sentence properly. I don't think I heard a single T. mispronounced
Yeah.
throughout all of that. He just had fucking mad energy.
Yeah.
And I feel like the content was probably quite good, but had it been delivered better, would have been vibes.
Yeah.
But he's not for me.
You'll see we're joined by one of the most glamorous pieces of production you'll see in any podcast or YouTube video, and that's the 5-star podcast Guru League.
For the ASMR girlies.
I've ejaculated. Is that what it's for, ASMR? Is it for wanking?
Yeah.
Okay. Grim.
It's not.
Listen, what?
I don't know, I think it relaxes people.
If you're ejaculating while someone's brushing their hair.
Have a fucking word with yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the Guru League. Sorry, lads.
I don't want to kink shame, but...
We're back to the Guru League for the third time. This is the Guru League. It's the 5-star Guru League, and we've averaged out Russell Brunson scores.
Yeah.
And he goes straight to the top of the charts, Charlie.
Yeah, of course.
With a strong 3 stars. Didn't rehearse. I'll put him on there. It's taken him a little while. Oh, and that permanent marker works.
Good. There we go.
Russell Brunson.
3 stars.
3 stars. Thanks for joining us. If you like this episode, please subscribe and give it a like. It costs you nothing, and it means so much to us, doesn't it?
It really does. And maybe stick a comment. Just say vibes. Vibes at the bottom.
Yeah, if you say vibes at the bottom.
Social compliance.
Yeah. Put your favourite quote from the video. From Russell's video down at the bottom. And we will see you next time.
Yeah.
Thanks ever so much. Hey, thanks for joining us on the 5-star pod. I'm not sure if anybody even hears this bit, so if you're listening, drop a comment and let us know what you think of us doing business gurus. Be good to know what you think. You're part of the community after all. And as you head into this new week, just remember that some days the hardest thing isn't the workload. It's not losing your mind over someone's voice. Breathe deep, nod politely, and know that peace awaits. Unless it's Russell Brunson. You got this. Go get him, champ.